The man woke up and found that on his forehead a bump had inexplicably appeared, and it was very painful. The man quickly opened the medicine box to look for medicine, but instead he found a completely useless pair of tweezers. But he didn't put them down. Instead he lifted his hair, used his hand to find the exact spot, and then without hesitation stuck the tweezers into it. The man trembled all over from the pain, but he forced himself to keep probing with the tweezers. After a while the man seemed to feel something, but when he pulled it out and looked, he was almost scared to death. Inside the bump there was actually a living worm. The man quickly threw the worm aside. He felt nauseous and wanted to vomit, but having not eaten for days, he couldn't throw up at all. The man endured the discomfort and cleaned the wound because in the hot and humid primeval forest, the slightest carelessness could lead to danger. After handling the wound, the man didn't dare to stay there. He quickly packed up his things and set out. Soon the man made a new discovery. The tree trunks ahead had signs of being chopped, and judging by the marks, it was recent. The man immediately became excited, so he shouted while quickening his pace, looking for signs of other people. However, the man searched for a long time, but didn't see a single person. At this moment he noticed 2 blue eggs on the ground, which looked very strange. But the man was simply too hungry. He stepped forward and held the eggs in his hands, wanting to figure out what kind of animal was inside. But after studying them for a long time, he still couldn't reach a conclusion. At this point, he only wanted to fill his stomach, so the man cracked the shell without hesitation. But after opening it, he froze on the spot. Inside was actually a chick that was about to hatch. Although the man felt a wave of nausea, his instinctive desire to survive still pushed him to pour the contents of the eggshell into his mouth. After replenishing his strength, the man continued on, not knowing how long he had walked. He suddenly noticed a footprint on the ground. The man quickly squatted down to examine it, and found that the footprint was still fresh. He excitedly shouted for help to the surroundings, but there was no response at all. Just as the man was feeling puzzled, he discovered 2 broken eggshells on the ground not far away.